Hey, good morning, everyone. Edna here, alive for Free Coaching Friday. Just trying to get out of the window so that I'm not all washed out here. Ah, there we go. That should work good. Okay, so welcome. I heard a lot of really positive feedback this week about Mindset Monday. A lot of people are really finding it's a great way to get them focused for the week and thinking positively and thinking about what they can do as opposed to what they can't do. Get them thinking about what they did do last week as opposed to all the things we didn't get done, because that's a big one. Good morning, Amanda. Good morning, Jason. Welcome. Good morning, Terry. So I'm just going to kind of check my time. I think I might be a couple minutes late getting started here, but I just want to say that today we're going to talk about retirement, RRSPs, and real estate. And again, if you have any questions about anything, go ahead and... I figured as much. I think I hit the Siri button by accident. Go ahead and ask them, and I'll come back and answer them. Anyway, one of the things I want you guys to think about is the fact that there is a lot of baby boomers in our country. And first of all, what is a baby boomer? Well, most of us know this, but it's people born in the years following the World War II, when there was a temporary sharp increase in birth rates. So the baby boomers have actually ran a lot of things in our country. They got the minivan. They made a ton of money off that because everybody was having kids and housing and they just ran a lot of things. So if you've never read a book about baby boomers, I recommend getting one, because it's really interesting how that whole demographic has changed things for us. You know, we all think that we're meant to be rich. Some of us are working towards it. It's there's a little bit of entitlement there, but you know what? The biggest thing is that we've had a lot more say even as we age than people used to in the past. So it's real. I find that really interesting. So right now there are 9.6 million baby boomers in Canada, maybe even more. What does this mean? Well, it means that a bunch of people are set to retire all at once. And when they do, these Canadian baby boomers will squeeze the government budgets. And they'll do that with higher costs for major services like as healthcare. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but there's a number of retirement homes coming up all over the place. And the reason is because the government realizes that we need them. More and more people, you know, getting into their late 60s, 70s, 80s, they need that place where they've got third and fourth level care. And so we have to cater to that. There's no doubt there's going to be some money to be made in those areas, because I strongly believe that some of that stuff is going to have to be privatized, because the government can't handle everything. Already they've got a lot of debt. According to the National Post in 2014, the Canadian government paid $9.2 billion worth of interest payments on pension-related debt. Does that even seem possible? It is. So, you know, that's something we have to be aware of. Another alarming fact, the pension system for federal employees was already underfunded by more than $150 billion in 2012, representing Ottawa's biggest liability next to hundreds of billions in federal debt. So let's not forget that once those baby boomers all retire, there's going to be that much less taxes going into the system. I mean, there will be taxes coming from people's RRSPs and stuff like that, because it's taxed just like income. So we will have tax coming from that. But you know what? The government runs out of money, and that's what they do, is they increase our taxes. So beware of that. So when they say there may not be a pension left when it's time to retire, it's probably wise for you to listen up and really have a good solid plan B in place. So I feel we're in a very unique time in our history. Over the next 20 to 30 years, we'll see a large spike in aging population. And because of modern medicine, many people are living longer and longer. Things that used to kill people are now just making them ill, and they last a lot longer. And you know what? The government, again, they probably aren't going to be able to carry this load. So when you see privatization, don't balk at that, because first of all, for people that have money, they'll spend it. Because why not? What are they going to do with it? If they don't spend it, then they die, or they're very, very uncomfortable. So baby boomers with money will be spending it. And the ones without money are the ones that are going to absolutely have to rely on the government. So if you want to, I know I used to have different clients that would say, well, why would I save all my money and look after myself when I'm old, when my neighbor over there, he doesn't save a damn dime. He goes everywhere and he's drinking every weekend and he's got a new truck. He doesn't save anything, and I'm going to have to support him when I retire because I saved my money. Well, you know what? We can't change that. That's life. That's how people think. Some people don't think about the future. They don't think about that at some point they're going to be too old to work. And you know what? It happens to everyone. People that I know that are energetic as can be in their 50s, when they're 70 and more, that energy's gone. They cannot physically do a lot of the work that they used to be able to do. And nor mentally. They're tired, they're more tired, they're, stuff like that. And I do think you'll see a group of baby boomers that will, keep young. They'll look after themselves, they'll eat properly, they'll exercise, but you'll still get a lot of them that don't. And don't be the one that relies on government, because then you know what, you're going to be limited what you can do. If you build up your own wealth, well, then you have a say. Maybe you own that retirement home that you and all your buddies live in. Wouldn't that be cool, as opposed to being the one who gets way down on Ward D because they don't have any money and they get the crappy food and all that. You want to be in the high-end home where that you've got good people looking after you. And the best people go where the money is. There's no doubt about that. Terry says, I already feel too old to work. How old are you, Terry? That's impossible. But I know what you mean. You know what? As we age, we realize that it's not so much about physical labor anymore. It's about getting this thing to work properly so we don't have to work as hard physically. And I mean, women tend to figure out that a little bit earlier. But man, a lot of times they just think they're going to be strong and healthy forever, and that doesn't always work. So it's time for us to put those plans into place. So I do have a few ideas for you today of what that can look like. We need to learn how to become the CFO of our own investment portfolio. We cannot sit back and hope and pray that somebody else is going to look after us. Yeah, 42 is pretty young, Terry. Get back to work. Just kidding. Good morning, Susie. Hi, guys. Come on in. We're going to have special guests here this morning. Two of my young students have stopped by. We're working on some plans today, so I'm going to have them talk to you in a few moments, but I'm gonna finish up here. So anyway, here's the problem we're facing: 9.6 billion boomers, a government in debt to pension for 150 billion, 9.6 less people paying taxes very, very soon, strained government services, and most importantly, the boomers are relying on pensions, RRSPs, or mutual funds to carry them through their golden years. If we don't have a pension, and if or when the stock market crashes again, we'll have a heck of a lot of snowbirds without any money who will be moving in with their kids or grandkids. So right now, parents and grandparents, if you've got those children staying at home a little longer than you expected, you know what? Suck it up, because in another 10, 15 years, you're going to be moving in with them, or most of you are. So you better be nice to them so that they'll be nice back. So anyway, this potential crisis is going to affect people of all ages. What can we do to brace ourselves for an obsolete pension or market meltdown? Well, one of the things I'd like to suggest, and this isn't everything for everybody, but it's one thing to keep in mind, real estate investing. Get into real estate. Buy a couple houses, have a couple long-term rentals that tenants are paying off for you. And yeah, you know what? It's going to be work. There's going to be times, especially if you decide to manage it yourselves, you're going to be called out to fix toilets. There's going to be times when your place is left a heck of a mess. But you know what? Think of your alternative. You're going to sit on your butt and watch TV every night. You go get that house. It's a little bit extra work, but at least you have a retirement plan where somebody else is paying you some money every month that you can't rely on from the government. And I love this quote from Franklin Roosevelt. He says, "Real estate cannot be lost or stolen, nor can it be carried away. Purchased with common sense, paid for in full, and managed with reasonable care, it's about the safest investment in the world." And you know, the banks think real estate's one of the safest investments in the world too. So even though maybe the safest way is to actually have it all paid off, but the second safest way is to leverage it and get your tenants to pay it off for you. So it doesn't have to be paid cash now, but in 15, 20 years when it's ready to retire, then you start collecting all the cash flow after your mortgage is paid. So when the stock market crashes and your money just vanishes into thin air, well, you'll still have a place for a tenant to go and live and collecting rent money. So even if the housing market takes a temporary downturn, a property investment cannot just disappear. Maybe you have higher vacancy. Maybe you have not the best tenants. Maybe you don't even have a lot of cash flow the whole time that you're owning it, but your tenants are helping pay it off, so it builds your wealth for you. So some of the ways is you can use existing RSPs to secure investments in real estates, and there's many different ways. One is through exempt market dealers. You can get apartment buildings as a group, or you can find people like us who invest in real estate and are always looking for investors. Or you can be the person that invests in real estate and help save the rest of your family or friends and take them along with you. Wouldn't that be a cool thing to do? So here's how. RSPs are able to lend money secured on a title by a mortgage on a property. That's the second way. So first way, exempt market products you can buy in, or you can invest with private investors like us. Or the third way is, I guess I said second, but I meant third. RSPs, you can actually lend your RSPs as a second mortgage or even a first mortgage. If people are doing fix and flips or stuff like that, you can put your RSP on a property and earn a decent rate of return on it. Just be careful that the people you're dealing with know what they're doing, because in a fix and flip, that money can get eaten up pretty fast, and you don't always make your money back. So make sure that the people you're dealing with have done this before and done it successfully. So take the money you already have and leverage it to create a safer, stronger investment. The equity you build on property will happen in your sleep while someone else makes your mortgage payments. I think I've mentioned before that right now we've got over $300,000 a year in mortgage pay down alone, and we're not paying it. That's the coolest part. I absolutely love that. It's my favorite part about real estate, because I know I can have my tenants pay my buildings off. I can go do whatever I want. I can have the free time. They're going to work every day to pay off my mortgage. Isn't that cool? Plus, potential rental income can be your spending money for all the little extras that you want. Or if you think you'd like to be the person that retires early, maybe 10 to 15 years from now, then just put every penny that you got towards the mortgage. Or get 2 or 3 properties where tenants are paying it down, and then at the end maybe sell one of them and keep 2, or sell 2 and keep 1 that's totally paid off. So then maybe you got $1,000 a month in cash flow. And you know what? If you have a vacancy every once in a while, okay, you don't have $1,000 a month, but at least if you get out there and get working, you can get a tenant in there and have them paying for you again. One of the things I want to explain now is how you go about securing a mortgage, putting your RSPs as a second mortgage. So what it's called is arm's length mortgage. And as long as it's not you dealing with brothers and sisters and parents or kids, you can loan your money to someone else and put a second mortgage on their property. Now, if you want to go into great detail of that, one of the books that I highly recommend, and it is a bit old, but you know what? It still works. It still works. There might be a few rules that have changed, but it gives you the general idea. And the book is called The RRSP Secret by Greg Habstritt, Habstritt. And I know you can buy it on Amazon. And that is a great way to learn about how you can take your RSPs and be in control of them. Now, I'm just going to have a quick look here and see if I have any questions and who else has joined us this morning. I think I said hi there. There's JJ. Hi, Jay. I think he's been listening to my Monday Mindset. He likes that, positive and helpful. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Lindsay. Good morning, Jackie. Good morning, Minaj. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Juanita. Happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday to you too. Good morning, my niece, Carm. Good morning, Brent. Good morning, Kevin. I think you said hi to Susie already too. Good morning. Good morning, Jake. Hey, hi, Joe. How are you? Hey, any rent-owns you've been doing lately, Joe? Good morning, Tyler. Good morning, Mike. And good morning, Jeff. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to kind of see what time we have here because I do want to make sure that I get a chance for you guys to meet Tyler and Bailey. You know what? And with this information, share it with people. Share it with people that you know. Share it with people that you love. Share it with people that you trust. And you want to help, you know, let them know. We're actually doing a 3-day event coming up at the end of March. There's going to be a ton of really good information on this. And we've got speakers coming in from out of town. If you're not on my email list, get on it. We'll be sending out details. We've got details of the speakers that we have coming in. Very, very powerful group again this year. This is our 3rd year. We've had excellent feedback from the past. And like I said, we've got some really good speakers coming in. One of the next things I want to point out is next Wednesday is our monthly meeting for our Profit in the Prairies Real Estate Investment Group. It's the last Wednesday of every month. And this month it happens to be the 22nd because it's a short month. And it's at the Sandman Hotel and Suites on Victoria Avenue, kind of behind Moxie's there. Wide open, come on in. First time out's free. $50 a month to join as a member, $50 a month even just for drop in if you just want to show up every once in a while. This month our guest speaker is City Councillor and Real Estate Agent Jerry Flegel, so I'm sure he'll have some good takes on what's happening in the Regina real estate market. He's going to talk about some new property developments and even investment opportunities that are happening here. Doors open at 6:30 for networking, and if you haven't attended before, please join us. The first time out's free. You'll get to see the value that we provide, and believe me, it's worth every penny. Register for your spot on Eventbrite. That just allows us to plan for how many people we have coming out. If you don't live in the Regina area, you can still be an online member. And then you can gain access to the recorded videos every month. We also have, and Amanda's posted it online where we can get it. What was I going to say? Oh, we always give people a chance to present any possible deals that they might have at that evening. So good opportunity if you've got any deals to present. Good time to ask any questions about anything that you're wondering about. We always have at least one speaker, sometimes two, and great opportunity to network with like-minded individuals. If you're struggling, get out there. Get out there and meet the people that are doing and seeing what the heck they're doing that's different from you. So what else do I got here? Oh, and so the website, if you want to check that out too, is ppreig.ca. And if you want to learn more about getting started in real estate, you can go to my website, which is ednakeep.com. There are tons of free resources there, so use them up. It'll give you an idea if it's something that you wanna look at. Okay, I got a few more people join and a few more questions. So Rob says, We're thinking that we will wholesale the Medicine Hat strip mall as our investors are favoring apartment buildings. Can you comment on how we can get the word out about this deal and how we go about it? First of all, I would post it both on the Prague site. If you're a Prague member, you can do that. I'm not sure if you are yet, Rob. Or post it in the joint venture secrets group. Post it in your 90 day to 5K group, because those people are always buying, and it might be a good way to either partner up if you still want to stay in the deal, or just wholesale it if that's something that you want to do. What else do I got here? Joe says he's working on some red tones. Terry says, so the 27th is the deadline. So what Terry's talking about is the 3-day event that we have coming up. We have a special deal that we're offering free tickets if you sign up early. Now, there's one catch, and that is you need to commit to coming. Basically, what you need to do is put in a $99 deposit down to save your seat. When you show up, you get that back. If you don't show up, we get to keep it. Now, the reason we need to do that is we have a lot of people that indicate interest, and then, sometimes they just don't show up, and they don't think about the cost and the effort and everything else that it costs us to put an event like this on. So we do need support by you guys to be able to do that. It's not a one-man show. It's not a one-woman show. People need to do this as a group. If we're going to grow Saskatchewan, we need you to come out. We need you to support this kind of stuff. We'll support you, but you need to support us back. It's going to be very, very great 3 days. Like I said, we've had nothing but good positive feedback. Harry says, so I can bring my wife in for $99. Absolutely. And Harry, you're a member of 90 days to 5K, so you get your free ticket too. I still need you to put your deposit down, because I need to know, because we're shooting for 200 people this year. So if you're not coming, I need to fill that seat. So I need to have committed people ahead of time. And then as of February 27th is when there will actually be a fee if you're not registered, meaning that it'll be $99 and you don't get it back at the door. So the only people that get the money back at the door is the ones that pay it. And I can't remember, check your emails, or maybe Amanda, you can let us know. Is that February 24th? I think the deadline is February 24th. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be planned. We've got speakers we've got to pay for. We've got the hotel rooms booked. I've already had to put down a nice size deposit. I have screens and I've got sound people that I've got to pay, and like there's a lot that goes into putting on an event like this, and we just need to know that that people are going to be there and support us. And share it with anyone that you think might get value out of it. It might be an investor, your potential investor. It might be your kids who maybe want to look at something different than going to university and spending $30,000, $40,000 a year. They can earn while they learn. Earn while they learn, and take some real estate courses here and there, and actually be making money while they're learning this. Now, speaking of that, I'm going to do a little shout out right here, and I think Tyler's actually listening to me. So Tyler and Bailey, if you guys can come into my office, I want to introduce you to everybody that's on the group here. Tyler and Bailey are students of mine and have been since, I believe it's about May. And they took the 90 day to 5K program and got a ton of value out of it. They've been in the mastermind since, and they're little rock stars. They've got a 12 unit now that they took possession of December 1. And they're doing really, really well with it. They're managing it very proactively, and we're working with them to purchase 2 more 12 units actually. And so I'm very excited. They're actually going to become giving up their full-time day jobs and coming to work for me. So we want to be a little bit more proactive about reaching out to you guys, see what you need, what we can do for you, different things like that. We want to give as much value as possible, so we're going to be checking in with you what classes you'd like to hear, what topics you'd like to hear about when we're doing Real Estate Free Coaching Friday. And so they're going to be my people doing that. And of course, they've got some success, so they can share with you what they learned. And, sometimes a person needs to hear it 2 or 3 times, 2 or 3 different ways. Tyler and Bailey, you want to come in? Okay, they're going to come in. I'm just going to turn my camera just a little bit over and introduce you guys here.
Hey everybody.
So this is Tyler and Bailey. I'll just, maybe stand back a little just because I'm just trying to stop that light.
Yeah.
Maybe
Here
just
we'll go.
open that. Yeah, maybe go more in the corner there.
There we go.
Better. I just don't want their faces to be washed out. See
There
those
we go.
handsome guys who want to be able to show them off good. So anyway, this is Tyler and Bailey, and like I said, they're going to be working with me. So you're going to start to hear from them. They're going to be helping with educating you on what they've been able to do with real estate in such a short period of time. Do you guys want to share with the group a little bit about where you guys are, what our plans are for the upcoming months, and even how you got your building so early and so young?
No, for sure. So probably last April we started with Edna, and we knew nothing about real estate.
Nothing at all.
No, literally nothing. And then next thing you know, fast forward in December 1st when we signed for our first apartment building. It's a 12-unit building out in Mooseman, brand new building. And so we've been crazy busy with that, and then we're currently working on another deal worth around $3 million right now. So we're working on that as well, and it's just been escalating like crazy. But really, what got us really started was doing the course and getting the education and the knowledge. That's the biggest thing. But on top of that, we work so hard. I mean, we work every single day, non-stop. We don't watch no TV, movies, nothing. It's always about the real estate, and that's why we've been able to fast track it.
And also, when we first started, like Tyler said, we didn't know anything about real estate at all. So the main thing that set us off was Edna's course for 90 days to 5K. We had no clue. We were going to spend that money on a down payment for a house in the hood that needed so much work that we did not even know how to do or how to start anything. So we decided, we took a step back, and we went through Edna's 90 days to 5K program, and from there it's just escalated us so quickly and so fast.
And one thing is too that the real estate's been escalating like crazy, and we're staying so busy. And recently we both are going to be doing our real estate full-time now and work with Edna full-time. We both just quit our jobs. I was working at Mercedes for around 2.5 years.
And I was working industrial scaffolding, and I hated it.
Yeah,
it's minus 40. Who wants to be up there?
And it got to the point where we really needed to go full-time with the real estate because we're getting the real estate was taking over. We're getting all these calls, all these emails. We got to send all these documents to the lawyer, to the accountant, everything while we're at our day jobs, and we weren't able to focus on that. We would be able to balance it, but we realized that our jobs are holding us back from really taking our real estate to the next level, to where we want it and it should be. So we decided to take that leap. A lot of people, it might be a little bit hard to take that leap, but we just said, you know what, we got to give up who we are now for who we want to be in the future.
It's just holding us back because we are at the point now from only working 2 hours, from about 7 o'clock at night to about 10 o'clock, so only about 3 hours a night we've been this far. So we thought, well, if we take out the other 8 to 12 hours that we're working during the day, imagine what we can get to.
Yeah, so we're very excited for what the future has to bring. We look forward to speaking with all of you. We're going to start doing our Facebook Lives and all that. Now we finally have time to do more networking online for our own sake as well, so we're super excited for that.
Perfect. Okay, thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate the step in here. And we are I'm just gonna do a quick check, see if I have any questions here, and then we'll probably sign off. Harry says, we're coming. I'll sign up later today. Perfect, Harry. I'm so excited to meet your wife. She sounds like a wonderful lady. Amanda says the 3-day pref event details are there. Good morning, John. Good morning, Corny. Minaj says, congratulations, guys. And Amanda says, so great to hear from you, Tyler and Bailey. And thanks. Juanita says, glad to hear of your success, guys. Yes, well, you know what, Juanita? You're going to be one of our success stories. I absolutely believe that. So thanks again for joining us, and we will talk to you Monday, Mindset Monday. We're going to talk about, we've got some really good stuff planned, so be there. and we'll get you guys all on track. Take care.